Hey everybody, High Lord Chamberlain doing the usual obscurities and miniatures. Today we're going to look at the Locus. The Locus is one of the new Genestealer Cult hero models, and I have no idea what the rules are because when I went to go pick him up, he was the last one left, and all of the codexes were already sold out. So sadly, I have no idea how he works, but he's a cool looking model if I can open it up, and we're going to take a look at it in just a moment. And I need some scissors because I do not have enough upper body strength to tear through this plastic, sadly. Alright, so we got it all opened up. Not a whole lot of parts, thankfully. Not a whole lot of steps. Looks like we have some head choices, which is kind of nice. Let's see if we can get it up there. So we have the main body itself is these two parts right there with the icon attached. The two swords, a third blade. I think this is the one that's in front of him. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, I think that's another sword he's holding. How many swords does he have then? I see 3 in the picture, but there's 4 on the model. So that's interesting. I don't know where this one goes. So he's got a couple of head variations. There's actually 3 heads available. We have one with his 80s style punk rocker nose ring chain attached. We've got a ridged and scarred face. Or we've got the cloaked and clothed assassin one. This is probably the one I'm going to end up using just because I don't want to have to paint his face. And I'm more than likely... Now, you have the option as well of attaching this hood right here. So this is the front and this is the back that you can put then on his head. And that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'm going to grab the clippers. I'm going to snip him out and we'll see how he compares to a typical 40K figure if I own any typical 40K figures to compare him with. We'll be back in just a sec. So, after a much delayed awaiting of building this guy, I had to wait for my neighbor who was busy weed whacking the edges and trimming his yard there. We did get him built. A couple things I want to point out. So, the main body itself, let's see if I can get it even more zoomed in there. There we go. Main body itself is 3 parts. We've got the back sprue with his icon symbol, and notice it looks like it's a little... It's centered on the front, but it's actually a little off-center because you can see his spine, Genestealer spine, sticking off on the back there. You can also notice his little claw foot sticking out and his clawed fingers. What I wanted to say was his hood actually only works with the one head that's in there. The other 2 heads, this one's a little more, the neck is angled forward so you can actually attach the hood and the head together. And I mean, you can barely see his face, you know, at an eye level. But on the sprue itself, so you have, this is the back section. You can see where the hood's, the cowl's kind of laying down. It would go on the back of his neck. That's for the other 2 heads. I actually clipped one of the heads, and I'm just going to save it for my cultists when I get around to building them. Other interesting issue was the swords. They actually are going to give you an option. So this one I didn't really trim up. It hangs on his back like that. You get the idea, hopefully. Or you can do the double blades. So I'm not sure which way I'm going to go. You guys can voice your opinion, I guess, down in the comments. I'm not going to put them on yet anyways, because obviously I want to paint his robes before I glue these on. I'm going to try to figure out a way if I can stick them all on together. But yeah, interesting looking figure. So let's see how he stacks up to some other stuff from the line. And we're waiting for the weed whacker to stop again. God damn it. Come on, dude. I don't have a whole lot of Genestealers painted yet. I do have the aberrant thing, or whatever it was called, from the Tooth and Claw set. And, I mean, he was a little disappointing in terms of size. I thought he was going to be a lot bigger, like ogre size, but no, he's not. So you get a sense there, and I grabbed an old Mantic Dead Zone Plague dude, because I really don't have any cultists painted yet. And I grabbed a regular, my good old GW Marine, just to get you some size, and we'll put the Witch Hunter there. Because why the hell not? I mean, I know he's fantasy, but, you know, he gives a good size scale. He's a little hunched over. He's a lot wider. He's like desperately grasp from. So you can see he's a lot wider than I was expecting him to be. And I think that's because he's supposed to have a lot of the Stealer shell underneath his robes. Which would have been kind of cool to see all stuck out, you know. But They are masters of subterfuge, but then again, with his big symbol on his back, maybe he's not as subtle as he thought he was. I like the model. I like a lot of the blades on him. I'm going to try to figure out a way to put all of them on there. Overall, I'm happy with it. I didn't have to pay full price, which is always a plus, because I had a little bit of credit left over at the store. So, cool model, and hopefully he lives up to what his rules should be. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, and hopefully I'll see you back here soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.